Uh, why are swing means why are correction good for swing
Okay.
traders?
Yeah. So, and I think we had a question also around this.
He was it a good buy yesterday and क्योंकि
Right.
market was turning from 50 and so on.
Right. So, let's start with the first question, that is why we think corrections are good. Corrections are good to spot the leading stocks, right, or the leading sector, uh, where they decouple from the move of the index that we are tracking, right? So, for example, Mohit has prepared this list of previous leg winners, like April to this winners, right? So, if you see Bhagyanagar, right? Um,
रिप्ले मतलब 8 अप्रैल से पहले का सीधा रिप्ले ही दिखा देते हैं मार्केट क्या कर रहा था.
हाँ नहीं, I'll show exactly what I track. So, for example, Q power I traded. Okay. Now, Q power, if you see on this day, the market is making lower low, the Q power is making higher low, right? That's it. That's the entire thing that I watch for in the relative strength. Okay. Okay, Power India, right? Power India, you see, market is making lower low, stock is making higher low. TD power system, same, exactly same thing. Lower low,
पूरे अप्रैल में सिर्फ यही एक मेरा बेस्ट स्टॉक था.
TD power.
हाँ, टीडी पावर बट साइजिंग इतना अच्छा नहीं कर पाया था मैं.
Okay.
फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गया था मैं.
You see in Adani Energy Solutions. So Adani Energy Solutions is going flat during this period, but it's going up in this period, right? So again, relative strength. Same thing here, lower low, higher low, right? Lower low, you have Adani Power making higher low. Lower low, we don't have lower low here, KSH, right? Lower low, higher low, right? So this is really how you spot the leading stocks. Okay. And that is why it becomes absolutely clear that which stocks are going to be the ones that would be pushing up higher as soon as the pressure from the market is released. So for example, when the market turns around here, which would be those stocks that would go up the fastest, as well as who would go up the quickest as well, right? Or the first movers. So this is how you spot them, that it's making lower low, stock should be making higher low. And this becomes very easy to spot during a correction. If I ask you who would be the leaders during this phase, everything is moving, right? So it's really not easy to understand the what the ideal scenarios should have been is you have the list of leaders prepared when this is happening, and when the market has turned, you are trading in them, right? And this is precisely, I think I will walk you through some of the stocks during this period. So if we see DEEDEV.
इवन आई थिंक मेटल्स भी बीच में आया था अप्रैल में कुछ टाइम के लिए.
Correct. See, any move here, right? Any leg or any bull run will be led by at least 2 to 3 groups. Power was one, metals, auto ancillaries, precision engineering, you had chemicals, right? So there are like two, three sectors that would be leading the move. Now, among that also, you need to figure out which group is the strongest, right?
Hmm.
So either what you can do is like trade the leading stocks from the leading groups, like two, three from here, two, three from here, two, three from there. Uh, that constitutes your portfolio. Rather put, I mean, I am sort of a person who put all my eggs into one basket. Like if I have identified power stocks, so I traded only power stocks, nothing outside that, because I I did very deep research for that market, and I neither did I had energy or time to, you know, research any other sector equally hard or equally in depth, right? So my
सबसे पहले यही थीम आने लगी थी from Feb to April. This was the only theme which was the strongest.
power transmission, is it? Ah,
Power.
okay.
Power मतलब also AI related और data center related US में पूरा वो चल ही रहा था उसका
Right,
ओवरहैंग आई थिंक अप्रैल में हमने देखा.
right. So now from this move, let's say people would say, okay, this is all beaten up. What about this here? So let's just see. Down to sideways movement, you see DDEV going up, right? Then you see Sanghvi. I mean, this is just I got no, not Sanghvi, Sanghvi,
H
Sanghvi.
SANGH.
SANGHVIMOV. You see, side to down move, the stock is making higher low, right? You have, and now also if you see here during this chop,
Market is falling and
yeah,
sideways.
the market, and this is showing, still showing good relative strength. Same with DDEV also, right? And it's not going to be like the market is correcting here, it's making a new base, right? And it's not going to be like कि अच्छा ठीक है यहाँ पे तुमको एक relative strength दिख गया and in the next move it's going to fade. It doesn't really work like that, right? These are like momentum players. These are like momentum stocks. So the momentum goes for couple of quarters of the earning cycle. दो तीन चार quarter चलेगा, and you will always have this kind of pullbacks in the market, right? So don't just dismiss these stocks or move these stocks out of your relative strength as soon as you see something like this. Okay, ठीक है, यहाँ पे relative strength दिखा रहा था, यहाँ पे नहीं दिखा रहा था. This is how the market plays out, right? It will not show you the
This
relative
is
strength all the time, right? This is
this
where
is what I did. मतलब earlier मैं यही करता था.
कि चला और फिर नहीं चल रहा है तो
कल
निकाल के
अब
रख
नहीं,
दिया.
अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अब टेक्निकल बाय पॉइंट नहीं मिल रहा तो मैं हटा दूंगा उसको लिस्ट से, फिर वापस मिस करता था. मैं कहते यार ये ध्यान देना चाहिए था. अपनी
So
बात भी हुई थी बहुत बार इस पे.
right, तो उसमें क्या कर सकते हो ना कि have multiple watch lists.
हम्म.
You can move this stock from your focus list where there is no viable point in that week. So I have like three watch lists. One is universe list where I have the I'll have close to about 30-40 stocks जो who are like my total universe. इसके beyond I will not see, and those are like filtered on various parameters. But most important of that would be they all would be from the leading sector, right? So that's the bare minimum filtering in that. Then I'll have a watch list. The watch list will be of the strongest stocks from that particular watch list, right? So now I'm tracking those watch lists, but it's not, let's say, tradable right now. Something like, let's say, de-development. So de-development right now would qualify in my watch list. It's definitely there in my universe list, but I would move it to my watch list because now I can think of that, okay, watch list in this, I can probably get a buy point in next 2 to 3 weeks. Definitely in next 2 to 3 weeks, I should be able to get a buy point if the market health improves. Focus list is something that I create where I'm pretty positive that I'll get a buying opportunity within that week. So focus is focus list is something that I'm tracking every day, right? And the focus list will not be more than 5 6 stocks on a very very higher side. Watch list will not be more than 10 to 12 stocks, right? 10 to that watch list is something that I'm tracking maybe every second day or third day or weekly. यूनिवर्स लिस्ट इज समथिंग, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा चेंजेस नहीं होते यूनिवर्स लिस्ट में. लेट्स से इफ आई एम रनिंग अ वीकली स्कैन, नाउ माय वीकली स्कैन इज 15% from 52 weeks high, right? Now if the market is moving up, a lot of stocks are going to go up and will fall into that list of, so that 15% from 52 week high, that list will start expanding. So I'll add more and more names into my universe list. But again, that more and more names, ऐसा नहीं पागल की तरह 40 से 80 हो जाएंगे, नहीं. 40 से let's say it will be 44, 45, 46, because I have some very very hard filtering criteria based on the fundamentals. So बहुत ज़्यादा qualify नहीं होंगे. And yeah, so don't lose these stocks is what I would say. These are the ones who have shown you that they don't really care about what the market is doing. There is some fundamental story behind it. People are ready to risk their money. And when you say and so you can counter my statement saying that okay, they don't care what the market is doing, but you see what this is doing. Don't get fooled by this. This is what the institutions of big players are making price to do, right? They want to buy more of these stocks. Now they can't keep buying like this, right? This is what they tend to do when they want to buy more and more quantity. That's why the base is formed, right? If you take, let's say for example, the likes of SanDisk or Nvidia, they are not like एक बार move किए फिर खत्म हो गया. It's multi-month, multi-quarter move, right? And within that multi-quarter move, they would have probably based 2-3 times, and the base are the price band. Let's say this base is about 15-20%, if I'm not wrong, right? So just think of it as a price band where the buyers are or the big players are trying to get more and more of this stock, right? And how do you see that? Volume signature. That could be a topic for another day, whether the stock is in accumulation or distribution. Accumulation is where the buying is more, distribution is where the selling is more, right? So the volume signatures are there to identify what is happening with the stock during the consolidation. Okay. So coming back to the topic, development, yeah, Sanghvi. Then you see SGMART. SGMART is another stock that is
Recently, I think earnings है ये इसकी.
I have no clue. अभी earnings का इसके बारे में देखना पड़ेगा उसका. तो you see here the market is going down. A perfect example of what I was trying to tell you is displayed here, right? So it showed relative strength on this leg, right? Now what happened was, let's say
Even price high before, relative strength high before price high.
sorry,
Even इसने purple dot relative strength high before price high.
वो चलो कंफ्यूज नहीं करेंगे लोगों को इतना, but to just prove my point, when the market went sideways like this, the stock also went sideways like this, right? With the market. यहाँ पे देखो, ये पूरा यहाँ से यहाँ तक. During this breakout, it's still within the base. So naturally, people wouldn't have traded this during this area because there would have been some other stocks that would have been like breaking out, right? People would have jumped the ship to those stocks. Now, when this is in correction now, you see what this stock is doing. So if you don't track this stock, what would happen is there will come a phase जहाँ पे the market corrects like this, the leading stock goes into the consolidation, and then something like this would happen where the stock will not immediately follow through, right? But it has that relative strength pressure behind it, and it would decouple some point or another. But this is where I feel people tend to miss the leaders. कि अभी उस टाइम पे देखो, अभी सब बात कर रहे थे MTAR और God knows पता नहीं कौन कौन से stock. I can bet you nobody is, or very few people would be tracking this right now, will be tracking, or even if they are tracking, let's say they are tracking because of such a hawa, right? But then there are like so many, there were so many stocks that did amazingly well in the previous leg, and people would have just missed it right now, that they would have been tracking something else altogether, right? So इसलिए I mean, I'm not
ये
saying
आपने एक बार मेरे को बोला भी था, पुराने स्टॉक्स भूल गए क्या? कि मैंने सेट की सीएम प्रो मैंने वापस ट्रेड नहीं करा.
हाँ
तो पुराने स्टॉक्स
करेक्ट
भूल
करेक्ट
गए.
करेक्ट कैम्प्रो, राइट? क्या था उसका? कैम्प्रो. हाँ, अभी कैम्प्रो ही देख लो यार. इस फेज में जब ये यहाँ पे कंसोलिडेट हो रहा होगा, मे बी ये लेग में लोग
अर्निंग्स के बाद दो अपर सर्किट
ईपी वाले आए होंगे, बहुत लोग आए होंगे, यहाँ पे घुसे होंगे, फ्रस्ट्रेट होके यहाँ तक छोड़ दिया होगा कुछ लोगों ने, फिर यहाँ से मूव किया. अभी देखो, अभी क्लासिक एग्जांपल क्या होगा, इट वुड गो इनटू लेट्स से 4 to 6 weeks ऑफ बेस फॉर्मेशन, राइट? During this base formation, during this less क्या कहते हैं, hyped period, लोग इसको भूल जाएंगे, लोग किसी और स्टॉक्स को ट्रैक कर रहे होंगे, उसमें घुस रहे होंगे, एंड जब ये निकल लेगा यहाँ पे एक और अच्छा मूव दे देगा, ब्रेकआउट हो जाएगा, और मे बी नियर द ब्रेकआउट, तब पीपल विल ट्राई टू कैच दिस स्टॉक अगेन, एंड उस टाइम पे अगर एक रिवर्सल बार नीचे आ गया ना, then people will get shaken out, and that's how the shakeout happens, because you are buying so late into the move. Rather, imagine if you buy somewhere here, if it gives you some consolidation, low risk entry here, and let's say around this point, ठीक है, and then it goes consolidates and this becomes a breakout point, people would tend to buy breakout here. But अगर कुछ ऐसा एक ब्रेकआउट के बाद अगर एक ऐसा एक कैंडल आ गया, since your average cost is around this price, most of the people will get shaken out, and then it will immediately reverse, and then people गाली देंगे इसको कि यार मेरे को स्टॉप लॉस हिट करके निकल लिया, which happens almost 5-6 times out of 10 times, right?
मींस इट्स सो साइकोलॉजिकली फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग कि आपका स्टॉप हिट होके वो ऊपर जाए.
हाँ, तो मतलब this is how the game is designed. It's designed to fool you most of the times, right? So इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ tracking the previous leaders is so important, because it's not going to be just, and just to add to that point, there is nothing wrong into just moving or doing this kind of churn, right? कि आपने खरीदा निकल लिए, that is perfectly fine, and you are not tracking it unless it gives you another buy point. That is perfectly fine. This is mostly for those kind of people who want to be a swing trader, a positional trader where they want to ride the winners, right? You can only ride the winners when you have confidence in them, when you are tracking them. You will only have confidence in them if you do your fundamental research about the company, research about the industry they are part of, right? The sector they are part of. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine to trade from here till here and then move it out of your stock and track it just fundamental base. That is another type of swing trading, but that's not what I do. Uh, this is my channel, so I will talk whatever I want, right? I'm not saying that that doesn't work. It definitely works. It doesn't work for me. I don't like to rotate, shuffle so much. I don't like to sit on screen scanning stocks every day. I rather improve on other aspects of my trading, which again are quite a lot still to do. So yeah,
So,
yeah, we were talking about the relative strength, right? So if you see uh, yeah, caps, diamond infrastructure, right? You see the relative strength here. The market gives some sideways movement. You see what is happening here, and इस फेस में आप देखो क्या कर रहा है ये स्टॉक, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक, ये देखो आप,
पहले ही निकल पड़ा।
Now ये definitely निकल लिया, right? Look at the volume of the follow through. यहाँ से देखो इस दिन से, मतलब just an ideal most
लीडर
हाँ एक डेफिनेटली लीडर, बट मोस्ट पिक्चर परफेक्ट जो हम लोग देखते हैं ना सेटअप्स बुक्स में देखते हैं कि हाँ दिस इज हाउ दे शुड बिहेव, ब्रेकआउट पे वॉल्यूम आया, फॉलो थ्रू पे वॉल्यूम आया, राइट? RS making new highs, relative strength is screaming buy me in one of the leading groups. So this is what an A plus setup looks like, right? Everybody who doesn't know what are A plus setups, A plus setups is something where the price meets at least 4 out of 5 of your checkpoints. So my checkpoints, let's say, imagine would be leading stock in a leading sector, check. Showing relative strength, check. Now I don't know about the fundamentals of it, so need to check, but let's say even that is a check. So 4 out of 5 is already done. Volume
good
signature.
results, good results.
Good results, is it? Let's see. Bye.
बहुत पता
आप ये वीकली देखो यार, फैक्ट कितना बड़ा बेस से निकल रहा है, राइट? तो
पैट और सेल्स ग्रोथ तो
volume check. So this is what an A plus setup is, right? Where इसको देखते ना मुंह में पानी आ जाए, जैसे रसगुल्ला देख लो या रसमलाई देख लो आप, कि अरे यार मतलब ये तो होना ही होना है. Now should I have bought it here? I don't know. No, definitely not. क्योंकि मेरा market breadth indicator was saying no. आज हम लोगों को ऐसे दिख रहा है, but what if
I know most of the people got chopped out here. ये इस फेस पे जब ये बिल्कुल साइडवेज चला गया था,
ये वाले में
इवन मैंने 2-3 बार ट्राई करा, बट ऐसा लगता था कि शायद ये चोपी ही है ये पूरा फेस.
करेक्ट, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना. आप यहाँ पे खरीदोगे, ये देख के यहाँ पे खरीदोगे, लेट्स से यहाँ पे खरीदोगे, और आपने इस ब्रेकआउट पे खरीदा, यहाँ पे चॉप हुआ. सो डोंट, जैसे लास्ट वीडियो मैंने बोला था, you don't base your decision only tracking one stock. You base your decision, and this is how the human emotions work, right? You people will say trade a stock on its own merit. It doesn't really work that way in real life. अगर आपके 5 out of 6 stocks in your portfolio, if they are going down, and even if this is still trading about 20 EMA, आपकी धूप धूप तो होने लगेगी, right? So if not anything, you would have probably reduced the sizes to bare minimum, ठीक है? And then would have missed this and would have cursed yourself कि why didn't I follow the rules? This happens. This happens to everybody. This happens to the best of the. This would happen to, even if you take last 1 year video of Mark Minervini, who has 40 years of experience, he would also couple of times would highlight that this has happened to him also. So don't be hard on yourself कि हर रूल जो बोलते हैं ना, we are not robots कि हर रूल को ऐसे implement कर सकते हैं. It's the best of the judgment you make in that scenario, in that live scenario. यहाँ पे आपको ये दिख रहा है, right? यहाँ पे आपके 5 out of 6 stocks गिर रहे हैं. What would you imagine naturally to happen? You would imagine naturally for it to also go down like this, make a base. It did not, right? Couple of people who would have held it would say, look at me, I'm still trading that. Now you are trading this fine, but you are trading or you are holding this breaking your rules, then it's not fine, right? Then maybe you didn't pay here, maybe the market turned or the stock turned in your favor and you are in profit, hopefully you are in good profit, kudos. But there will come a point or there will come a stage jahan pe this indiscipline will cost you dearly, a lot. It can just go do something like this, right? So this is what I mean to say. Hindsight is 2020 is what Mirovini says all the time, right? You are not trading on the hindsight. Even if, let's say, you saw this breakout happening, you buy next year, your risk reward is so poor. You have a risk reward of 11%. There is no buy here. There is absolutely no buy here. So this is what it is. But yes, now what you can imagine it to do is, let's say, go up couple of times. If market pulls back hard here, maybe it will pull back to 20 EMA, and then that gives you another buy point when the market health improves along with that, right? Couple other stocks, Senores. So pharma sectors is doing pretty good in this run. See, the market is choppy, but Senores most probably is not doing is not causing any trouble to the portfolio of the holders.
I think इसकी कल ही अर्निंग्स है ये, शायद
आई है कि आएगी,
शायद कल ही है ये, शायद.
Okay, Rubicon again, you see, right? So you will find stocks in every market, right? But does that mean you trade during the entire time? But the answer should be no.
इसका डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन नेक्स्ट वीडियो में पक्का है.
Yeah, I mean, बोलते हैं ना उसमें, I'd rather lose money following my rules, but make money not following my rules. It is true, because the indiscipline, if the indiscipline gets rewarded, you tend to do more and more of that stuff, and at some point in time it will cost you very, very dearly. I have gone through that phase, and I can assure you I will never revisit that stage again in my entire life. So just stick to your rules. My one very fundamental rule is I will not enter the market, or I'll not buy anything new. Let's say, with a disclaimer, I will not buy anything new unless the close is about 20 EMA. Now, what can happen is, one of the stock that I traded last week, I think is price pe I bought and then I got chopped out here. Does that mean Kalko Inox India? So Inox India again, you see giving such a great relative strength,
Latest.
right? Again, proving my point here once again. Just repeating like a broken record. Relative strength, relative strength. In this consolidation period, it's forming base. People would have avoided it this time. Broke out. Chasing here, maybe here. Then again in the consolidation phase, right? Now, let's say market doesn't give me the signal to buy next couple of days, and this stock does something like this, right? Does that mean I'm going to cry? Does that mean I'm going to override my rules? No. Because this sort of action would happen, let's say, with 2 or 3 stocks, 4 stocks. I have a universe of, let's say, 30, 40 stocks, right? All I need is, at any point in time, I can trade only maximum up to 7 to 8 stocks. I tend to make position size close to about 30%. That's what I aim for. I get, let's say, 100% leverage, 100% in margin. So 200, 30% into 8 is 240% of the account. Now I would buy some, I would sell something, I'll add more. So 8 to 9 stocks. I don't care about missing the first 3, 4 stocks, to be really honest. So yeah, I'm not going to override my rule just because something I'm tracking is already starting to go up. No, I don't do well with the subjective feedback. That's why I have hard and fast objective rules, that this should be bare minimum to even for me to start buying. Once the objective rules are met, then I buy and I see positive feedback on the portfolio. That's when within a week I get, let's say, 150, 180% deployed. That's how quickly I get involved into the market. Within a week, I will be more than 100% deployed. So I'm in absolutely no rush to buy any of these stocks that are breaking right now.
And means the subjective rules में issue क्या आता है कि psychologically part, if you have been stopped out recently, so you'll think कि नहीं यार शायद feedback बेकार and market will go down. So
Or another side of it, right? Another side of it that happens is, let's say you buy 5 stocks, you are holding 5 stocks, and 4 are not making money, but the 5th one is compensating for it. Like it happened to me one time where
same period.
like 9 out of, sorry, I last 9 stocks, 8 were loss making, one compensated for that. Does that mean it's a favorable market? No, but just because of that one stock that was making money for me, the subjective part of what we are discussing. So just because I had that cushion, ki, "Okay, my losses are small, my winner is something I'm riding at." So on the back of it, I kept trading at 7, 8, 9 stocks. Ideally, I should have stopped then and there, right? After 4, 5 stocks, after 6 stocks, I should have stopped. So that's, again, it's just me personally. I don't judge well on the subjective rules, and hence I have very strong objective rules to just kick me out. I don't want to trade any more than I should be doing per my objective rules, right? So again, depends from person to person. This is personally me. That's just me. That's all.